flip phones. Delicious. Yeah, so, these two things have a thing in common in that they, run a Brew MP, which is basically, is this on? No. And now it is. Which is basically the operating system that runs on these old shut up, that run on these old mobile phones from like the 2000s. And so it's actually really interesting how the system on here. What isn't very interesting and actually very infuriating is that you can't like compile and like sideload your own apps. In fact, you have to pay for the compiler. Fuck you, Qualcomm. Fuck you. And yeah, it's very heavy-handed control over the operating system. Leaving service area network. I think the modem on this thing is actually, like the RF front end is just shot. Probably because of all the nasty things I've done to it. Because I forgot the password to it. I had to download shady CDMA reprogramming software. Ooh. And then I just got, and it was just got the last 4 digits of the phone number, and everything was hunky-dory. Except for all the stupid things I've done to it, like shove high voltage up the 2.5mm headphone jack. Yeah, this brilliant. Another annoying thing is now this phone is it's a LG VX10000, and it's actually really nice. I like it. And my God, is this a tangent now that I realize it? But anyway, this no J2ME support, so can't play any of those Java games. However, wait, no, you know what? Never mind. But anyway, so what I've been doing over the over like quite a while is there's a piece of software called BitPim. Basically, it doesn't seem to work on Windows 10, which is very convenient. Which means I have to bring out like an older laptop. But anyway, so I've been like perusing the file system on here, because these do a lot of these Brew MP devices allow you to actually browse the file systems. However, the access they give you can be quite you know, the battery in this thing is well, the original battery was well, pretty much completely useless. It would only last like what, 5 to 10 minutes to 15 minutes. This is an aftermarket battery from like Amazon, and you know, it at least the phone like lasts for a decent amount of time for like dicking about with. But yeah, spontaneous shutdowns. But anyway, this device this device now Brew MP packages its the code, i.e. the binaries, in .mod files, which is kind of a weird extension now that I think about it. And it's like code resources like images, string. Well, I'm pretty sure you could put the strings into the binary. In fact, like some like paths from the development machines are actually encoded into the binary on this phone from the compiler on that machine all those years ago. In fact, you can even like see like the user path of the poor soul who had to code the software for these machines. Capitalism sucks. And anyway, both of those are signed, and this phone allows a computer to actually download the binaries and code resources and pretty much everything. You can pretty much download almost any file off of this device and upload. Who is going off? Shot. So, however, things are still signed, so you can't like modify one of the binaries and run anything you want. It'll complain about code signatures. This device is much more limited. Well, one, this thing is a pain in the fucking ass when it comes to connecting, showing its debug port. These basically show up as a USB composite device with like composite devices with like multiple ports. One's for like the accessing the modem, and the other one sometimes a couple more. Sometimes even a GPS, but the main one I look for is the Brew MP debugging thing, so I can actually sync files. Well, anyway, this thing pretty much doesn't allow you. Well, only like God, I can't speak. How long is this going for? 6 minutes. It only allows you to download a select few file groups of files, like like pictures you've where's the camera button? Like pictures you've shot with the camera, and maybe contacts. I don't know. And I just remembered that the browser on this thing is really annoying. Like I don't expect it to like load anything, but on this I could actually like put in like a special database, a database URL with a HTML code and run pretty much any JavaScript. This thing just hangs on the loading screen. Well, anyway, that means that this is a slightly more of a pain to try and like hack into, which I've been doing. And I have and both of these machines have a thing called, what is it called? IM, or instant messaging. And I'll actually show you the shenanigans I've been about. Ooh, that's actually different. Why is that different? I actually showed a path originally. God, that's so weird. But yeah, so mobile IM, now, like, I thought that turned off. Now, it has, in the app, there's a thing, and both of these have a thing called quick text. And the program stores the strings in a in like just a file called Qt, and it lives along with scene for quick texts. Ooh, and it lives along with the so what the hell is that? Oh yeah, it was that weird door thing I made back at the older house. It actually works. I made it from like multiple pieces. Why am I talking about this? Anyway, so this so it stores and fetches the text stuff from there. So and now the text can be multiple lengths. So like, and this does change size. So like, how does it store it? Null terminated strings, which is a very standard thing. And the way this is stored is so we have shitty handwriting. For some reason, I think my handwriting has been like going slightly downhill lately. I don't know why. So we have a null byte, some text, and well, that there's a null byte in the beginning of the file, and then at the end of a string, there's another null byte. Ooh. And so of course the standard. Of course, what I'm gonna do is also it actually has multiple of these because I think it stores up to like 9 individual strings. So what I do is what I did was move that, and that did leak some memory. Before I was just adding more and more shit into there, and I did get some random like patch insane things, but this is more logical and makes more sense. So of course the text parser is gonna go here, and it's just gonna load everything until it reaches 0, which means if there is a so if let's say we have a text in here, and then we have our null terminated byte. Of course, there's like more things in here, like I don't know, environment variables, and so if you remove that, suddenly as he just constantly it just loads past that. And the beautiful thing is that file isn't signed, so I can just load anything I want into that. Beautiful. So I have actually spent a day, even though I got like 0 sleep last night. That's always super fun when you get no sleep. Made me want to die. And this might actually have some sort of like stack canary or something. I don't know. So the thing that showed up, except not this time, I don't know why. Maybe it'll show up again. Random string that contains an insult. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, that loaded up. And as you can see from the past video, yeah, that wasn't there before. So there does seem to be some sort of, some amount of memory randomization through like addresses or something. So like this showed up. And I don't know about you, but that looks like a path. And in fact, it is. That exists. That is a folder on the device. It's completely blank. Contains nothing. I have no idea why a random instant messaging app would be loading that. And these two things seem to keep changing. And I could also like also sometimes it'll like add more entries into it for some reason. I don't know. So I went and max length is 64 hex bytes, which is I believe 1,000. No, oh god, no, that would be ridiculous. 100 bytes. Which I am not in hex mode. So I went in and I so on the computer, and I just well, first I made a backup in case you like fuck something up. Always a good thing to make a backup. So I like modify the file in a little bit, re-upload it, check it a few times because it has different results because memory randomization. Write it down, and then repeat. And actually found some interesting things. So this string, I believe is like somewhere around 8 bytes in forward in memory. or 9. So you could, God, I can't speak. I hate that. So you could, like, package it in a very specific way to write that string. I have no goddamn idea what that does. In fact, I did overwrite it. Yeah, I think. And absolutely nothing happened. Although this did, like, crash a lot, and I have no... That might be the battery or the random shenanigans I've been doing to this thing, to this, and... What's that? Oh, yeah. And we have to, go forward in this thing. I think that's a clock. Yes, all the stupid things I've been up to. What the fuck is that? Where is it? Where is it? Apparently now I'm Duke Nukem. Ah, there it is. And, so... God, what am I gonna... And so, like, in fact, this is the path of that Qt file. And this is some random thing. And, oh, God, I can't speak. I hate this. So, I did that. And, it's like, oh, it's just a letter A. It didn't work. Except that sometimes it does. In fact, this didn't work at first. But then doing it again made it work. Yes. The next step in my stupid weird adventures is whatever the heck is past there. Like, what is past there? And, like, overwrite it. So I think I calculated. Well, let's calculate it. So there are 9 strings total. Each string can be 100 characters long, which goes to 900 bytes. Probably gonna be slightly bigger, cause yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. Yes.